Welcome to the Wednesday Team Prosperity meeting. This is a weekly meeting that we go directly in depth into things that will hopefully help your business coming out of this meeting with direct impact. We're still right in the middle of summer and it's a slow period. So what I've been trying to do is get some infrastructure ready for you guys. We're going to go through some of that today, but on an individual level, as far as direct activity, because other people have checked out doesn't mean that you have to. Whatever you do now, we keep kind of driving this home, can have an immediate impact on your business, but that pipeline that you build through the summer that produces outcomes in the early and late fall, that gives you a head start over everybody else that starts to check in and build that pipeline, when summer is over. Home Run Derby, just a couple quick announcements, is still running. It runs through August 27th. We got two places that pay cash prizes, first place, second place. Everything is the same. A qualified partner hire, a qualified client sale, all the same, home run each. We're also in the middle of August going to start another 12-week year. I purposely didn't do one during the summer because it's normally a lull time. But we're coming into the sweetest spot for the year for us. So we want to give you guys everything that we possibly can from our side to help you, provide velocity and, throw fuel on the fire during this time so you can really get this moving. I was able to find a audio recording of the 12-week year book on YouTube. I posted that in the Facebook group. And then underneath that in the comment section is my recap on YouTube as well. If you've never done this, it's a very valuable system. If you have done it, you understand the process and how you continually get better. And it's very important, like I was just talking about, because we're coming up on the best time of the year for our industry, our business. It's mid-August, right about that time that kids start going back to school. They're about mid-November, right before Thanksgiving. You can get so much done over these coming weeks that make sure that you bring action, intention, aggressiveness, energy, intensity to this time period, because this is where you want to take the most swings this part of the year. So last week, you guys, we did a continuation of recruitment strategies, multi-week series that we did. We talked about accessing online directories to find some of this persona that we're looking for, outlining, why you're speaking with someone and why they should listen. Increasing enrollment through strategic conversation. People on the move makes this an opportune time to build. Identifying the right candidate that wants to build a business and ideal lifestyle. Once again, these are always on the YouTube channel. If you want to go back and review any of this information, it's always there. So this week, we're going to talk about the funnels. I've been working behind the scenes to create some stuff that's going to help you guys individually and as far as your agency build out. Some of the things that I struggle with, I know a lot of you guys struggle with. This kind of system will help us out tremendously with some of those shortfalls. We need to understand the funnel system two ways, because I really foresee this 36, 48, 60 months down the road. This kind of system will still be in place. So this is not going to be like a fly by night, here today, gone tomorrow. So you want to put some effort into learning this as an agent. What do you do as an individual? And then also learning the backbone of it so you can be a manager. And you don't have to build this stuff, but just teach other people how to use it. This is a team project. Even though I'm doing the building and putting it out and duplicating it for you guys, I want to know if something's not right, it's not working, you would like to see other things in there. I want feedback on, like I said, not only things that you noticeably see that aren't working correctly, or if you've got edits, additions, things that you think could improve the process. And that comes from really knowing the system and what it does and what it's doing for you as an agent, what it's doing for the client. And then once you understand, I value guys' input and constructive criticism. First thing that we need to do is understand why we're making this move. I've got some landing pages that I built for you guys that have been out there for a while that some of you guys deploy and use, but we're moving to a funnel system, and it's a completely different system. And so first of all, if you have a landing page that I gave you, it's going to be gone by the end of August. So you need to understand that and position yourself accordingly. So first of all, what's the difference? Well, I kind of wanted to bring a difference into an easy way to evaluate. So this is a landing page. Landing page is you've got the page constructed, you've got some type of whatever you're offering, trying to get across, trying to get somebody to opt into the contact form. So this is that. Now, when they opt into the contact form, that's a lead created. And from that point, your landing page has done its job and you take over the entirety of the rest of this. You need to follow up with that person, make sure they got the information they requested, push them through the pipeline, communication cycles, etc. This is what a funnel system looks like. Funnel system's interactive infrastructure. So it's got a bunch of different things that are going on at any given time to help you resolve leads and to help you not fall into those pitfalls like we talked about of not following up, not being organized with the follow-up, etc. This is essentially like hiring an employee for nothing. We cover the cost for this for you guys. There's a couple of criteria that we ask. If you're going to use these, I'll discuss. But essentially, if you do your job, the funnel will do its job. Your job is to push as many qualified people that's in that persona through whatever funnel that you have. The top of the funnel is your job. Now, at the bottom of the funnel, that's also going to be your job. That's calendar appointments. That's presentations. That's educational appointments. Obviously, you got to nail those. But at the top of this, you want to get the people into the funnel to allow the funnel to be able to do what it's supposed to do. Now, how do we get people at the top of the funnel? We're going to go through that in a minute, but you need to understand that your business, will probably change in terms of how you evaluate it. So right now, when you look at, hey, whatever I'm putting through the top of this funnel, that's X number of people, there's going to be a conversion factor. And that conversion right now, I think, should be based on calendar appointments. So how well is the funnel doing to get us the calendar appointments we need to grow and build our business? Later on, we might have that move to more of a defined outcome like sales. But for right now, we want to know, how is the funnel performing in terms of getting us to an end point that we call a conversion, which is a book calendar appointment. So we get people in the top of the funnel with a lead magnet. The lead magnet starts everything. And if your lead magnet is good enough, where it provides value that somebody actually wants, they'll have no problem putting in some contact information and getting some additional information from you. The lead magnet needs to be valuable in terms of, the information provided to that person needs to be specific to that type of person, insurance, real estate, CPA, homeowner, whatever that might be. And like I said, it should be something they actually want and extract value from. This is what you have to become very good at, actually great at, and it's the approach and the language. So you're just imagine yourself in a room full of different types of professionals, and you had a different business card for each one of them that specifically, addressed them as whatever they were and offering some type of service specific to their needs. So you are X. Fill in the blank, whatever that is, homeowner, real estate, insurance, CPA, all of these people that we talk about, here is why I've got something for you. Okay, you're an insurance agent. Here, I've got smart strategies to crush sales. It's free. I'll give it to you. It's helping my agents, pick up their sales. That's all you're doing here. You're making sure you address the proper people as they are. And then whatever lead magnet you've got that pertains to their industry, business, profession, whatever it might be, you're giving that away. Now this, you are X, and here is why. There's a lot of different ways, and that's kind of the lead-in language. So a lot of this stuff can be found on the front of your opt-in page as far as language, and it's going to be just really coming from your ability to go out there and have the conversations daily, whether those are messages, text, verbal conversations, whatever it might be. You're just getting that opt-in link out with enough surrounding language that's driving traffic to that opt-in page so the funnel can pick up and do its job. So at the top of the funnel, this is very, very important. This is what we were just talking about. We want to educate the potential customer, educate the potential partner. We're not talking about products, services, companies. We're creating content that teaches and guides. We're avoiding the pressure of any type of hard sell. We're sharing content where our target audience is, speaks to our target audience, and helps our target audience. We don't mention our product directly. This is not about a product, a sell, a recruit. This is about getting something in front of somebody they want to start this process. When you get good at this top of the funnel and you fill enough of this in, you're going to get the outcomes that you're looking for, because when that lead magnet is given in the marketplace and when it is accepted by whoever it is that you're talking to, and they opt in to get that lead magnet, it's going to do a number of things for you. And the back end, like I said, is all automated to help you drive calendar appointments. That's really what we're trying to do in the beginning. So that opt-in, as soon as somebody says, yeah, I would love to see the sale, smart strategies to crush sales, or whatever you're to convert debt to wealth, whatever it might be, they're opting in on that front page. The front page of your funnel is an opt-in. It's got one thing they can do. They can close that page or they can opt in to get the guide. That's it. Now, what's going to happen is when they opt in, that's this front page is an opt-in page. Behind that is going to be other parts of the funnel. Most of ours are going to be a 4-step funnel. You have an opt-in for a lead magnet. You have a page thanking them, driving them to fill out a survey. And then if they do that, there's a thank you page. I'm sorry, there's the actual survey page. And then once that's submitted, there's a thank you for filling out the survey page and instructing them to go ahead and book the calendar appointment for various reasons. So that opt-in will allow the other pages to unfold. And sometimes you'll just get an opt-in and you'll get nothing else. And what that means is that person wanted the guide, the ebook, whatever it is that you're offering, they opted in, but they didn't do any of the rest of the funnel. They didn't fill out the survey, they didn't book an appointment, they didn't do anything. Well, your system's going to know what's going on, and it's going to alert you to the fact. So you've got the rest of the funnel that they can go through, that hopefully if they get all the way through it, surveys, forms, calendar access, you get booked meetings. But also at the very same time that that person opts in for the lead magnet, it starts a back end, and that back end consists of 2 main things. Number 1 is the campaigns. This is all the emails, text, voicemails they're going to receive, making sure they got what they wanted and then getting them some additional information over, trying to drive them to calendar appointments. And then you also, at the same time, triggers are going to be initiated. Triggers, we're going to go through this, but it's simply cause effect. And it's very easy. And once you understand how these are set up and why they're set up the way they are, makes life a lot easier for us and our agents that we bring on. So the campaign is an automated series. It's going to make multiple attempts through multiple channels, and it's designed to drive calendar appointments. So there's text messages, voicemails, emails, everything in the back end for campaigns. Over an X period of time, they're going to receive X number of messages in these different channels. So the campaign is fully automated. It's built, ready to go. And like I said, there's really 3 main ways in the campaign that we are trying to reach people with various information. That's through emails, text messaging through the system where you'll be able to see if they reply, and then ringless voicemails. So the combination of those 3 things, we're trying to drive calendar appointments, or on the opposite side, if somebody has no interest, we're trying to drive them to opt out. Now, there will be some people that they don't do anything. They don't opt out. They don't go on your calendar. They'll naturally just fall off for no action at all. But really, we're trying to either drive calendar appointments or drive them out. That's what this is designed to do. Okay, and then the triggers. This is going to take care of everything in the back end that alerts you to the fact of what's going on. So cause and effect. So what's going on from the other side? What is my potential partner or potential client, also known as the prospect, doing? And then what is the system doing based on their actions? Sometimes, guys, the cause can have multiple effects. And I'll go through that in just a minute. Sometimes if they do something on their side, it'll initiate multiple action steps from our side. Basically, a trigger, if you want to boil it down to most simplistic language, if this happens, do this. So if the other side, this happens from them, our system's going to do this. And here's some examples of the triggers that can be in. We can have opt-in triggers. If somebody replies to a campaign, somebody completed a survey, booked a meeting, canceled a meeting, didn't show, unsubscribe request, stop request. No matter what's going on, we've got triggers that will, take whatever has been done from the other side, process through the system. For example, let me give you a little idea about what happens. So when Joe Smith opts in to that front part of the funnel and gets the lead magnet, Joe Smith, there's a lot of things that are going to be happening. He's going to be entered into the pipeline as a new lead. He's going to be entered into the campaign for, if he's an insurance agent, whatever it was, the insurance agent campaign. The agent is going to be alerted via text and email. Hey, you've got a new lead. We're going to try to automate the process of getting him booked. And so, there's a lot going on that you're not having to initiate, but you're getting alerts of what's going on. So David asked me yesterday, he got a couple of leads. They took the lead magnet, they opted in, but I don't think he got any other notifications, which means, that next page where we're, trying to get them to fill out the survey, they didn't go through that. If they would have, he would have got another message. Hey, this person just completed a survey. So this is going to let you know the triggers, what's either happening or what's not happening. And you can kind of decipher and decide, hey, in this lead, I'm going to go ahead and let the system, it's doing its thing, everything's progressing forward, or there was some type of stall. Now understand, if there was a stall in the opt-in and they didn't fill out the survey, they're still getting campaign messages with a bunch of information. So you need to A, understand what they are going to receive. So B, if you are going to do some additional follow-up, you know how to approach that person. It's all about the giveaway, guys. If you get really good at talking to specific people, offering them something of value that's going to help their business, their practice, their financial plan, whatever it might be, and they take it, like I said, the system, the back-end system is going to do a lot for you and hopefully create some outcomes for book calendar appointments. This is what we're trying to do for you guys. Now, obviously, we're not all at once. We're one-on-one education meetings, but we're trying to get 12 to 15 of these per week on yours and your agent's calendar so that the distribution build out, the branch office build out, everything that we're trying to accomplish has a velocity to it. There's nothing worse than bringing in a talented person and having them stall out because of lack of lead flow. So we're trying to, solve a bunch of different problems with this, make the front part of marketing much, much easier, much more easier than it was before. Because a lot of times, if you have, like, let's say, videos that you lead with, and a lot of companies lead with videos, and a lot of times the agents will send the videos out. The videos will not be watched. You follow up, have they watched the videos? No, and all of a sudden you follow up these people like 7, 8, 9, 10 times to try to get them to watch videos. Here, we're totally reversing what's happening. We're going to give them something that's going to help them immediately. And through that process, they're going to get introduced to you, what you do, a little bit more about what you have to offer. And you really have to be on point. Like I said, you need to master the upfront art of the conversation of giving these things away, and not only making sure that you get good at the conversation, but also making sure that you're getting the people to opt in. So like if I'm on the phone with somebody and they want it, maybe I'll talk them through it right there. Say, hey, go to this website, go ahead and opt in right now. I'll send that right over to you. If you're sending out email messages, text messages, whatever it might be, make sure it's not just a link. Make sure you're giving them a reason to go to the link and a reason specific that, is going to talk directly to them. You need to start the conversation with these type of people that you're wanting to bring in as clients and partners, and you need to get very good at that. Like I said, if you master putting enough people in the top of the funnel will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for you. Won't complain, doesn't need a vacation, doesn't need a break. You do your part, funnel will do its part. You need to think outside the box. Last week we talked about, places to find professionals, self-employed people, online directories. You've got to get good at knowing where is the audience, my persona, who is it that I want to talk to? I've got my lead magnet ready. That's going to speak directly to them. It's going to provide value. Where are these people? What do I say to them? How do I get the most action and activity in the top of that funnel? And really, this is what it's going to look like. You've got central locations right here, and then you've got agents talking to these different types of people, offering them lead magnets, throwing them in the funnel. And you can imagine if you've got 10 offices with 7 to 10 active people in each one of those offices, and they're all using this system. I mean, you're dumping a great number of prospects in the top of a huge funnel. And obviously, it's a numbers game. Remember, when you are starting the conversation, the art of the conversation, you have to realize that other person that you're talking to, no matter who it is, it's me, 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 me. So when you're approaching them, that's how you have to understand their mentality. You have to approach them with something that's going to help them immediately, that's all about them, to fit into, how they basically conduct their life, their conversations, what they're looking for. It's to help you directly, and it's free. Here it is. If you guys are going to use this, I suggest one of the easiest ways to learn what the system's actually doing is go through and just put yourself as a test lead, go to that front end opt-in page, opt in, take the survey, book a calendar appointment so you can see what's happening. Then when the calendar appointment's booked, and it's to the day of the calendar, you can mark it as a no-show, see what happens. Just go in and use yourself as a test lead. And like I said, let me know if there's blatant errors, something's not connecting together correctly, or as you move forward and get more comfortable, if you want to see some edits, additions, you've got ideas, hey, we're all ears over here for you guys. To use the funnel, any one funnel requires this from you guys. We're covering the cost for you guys, so you would need to provide 2 voicemails. And those voicemails, we provide the script, you record it, I'll upload it into the system under your account. You also have to provide a URL. That URL is going to be connected to the funnel. URLs on GoDaddy can be as cheap as 99 cents. Those 2 things are not a big deal. Those are just logistics. The last thing is pretty important. If you want one of these, so we've got 2 right now, the homeowner and the insurance agent, CPA is coming out soon. We're going to do a virtual work opportunity. There's a bunch coming out. Whatever ones that you want, I'll be glad to help you out with, but you've got to make a commitment to use it. Don't make me build it if you're not going to use it. That's the only thing we ask. 2 voicemails, a URL, and a commitment to really using this to your advantage. So that's all we've got for this week, guys. I didn't want to take up too much time. I want to get right down to the point of what this funnel system is, how it's going to help you, how it's going to help your agents, and what it's going to do for you internally to the client or potential partner, and then vice versa back on your side for alerts, notifications, etc.